changes. I get about a dozen changes a day now, it seems like. Some of them are changing from Friday to Thursday, Thursday to Wednesday, and vice versa. So be ready at the spur of a moment to make a change. We also had one, I think last week, they changed sites on us. And they also added a game real quick on us last week. And I think Jay, you and Keith, I appreciate y'all getting over there when you did. That was on the AD. He did not check his schedule, so but glad it worked out for them. So make sure you check your schedule. Like I said, there's numerous changes. I've got 3 sitting on my desk right now. I've got to go in and make. But you do have to go back in and accept the game again once the change is made. But make sure you check the site. Some of them are changing sites, flip-flopping sites, and some of them are changing game time. So like today, they added a JV game, so it moved the varsity game back to 7 o'clock. So make sure you pay attention to the little details there. You're doing a good job checking in. I appreciate it. It lets me let the AD know when they call where my umpires and say they're on site. That has worked out very well. Please keep that up the rest of the season. I do thank you for doing that. On your reports, send them to me. Nothing against anybody. Just I need to read your report. If you do DQ one or do eject one, make sure you send me the report first, and we'll talk about it, and we'll see what we want to do. We've got to make sure these things are written legibly. All our I's are dotted, our T's are crossed. We got the right names, the numbers, teams, et cetera, et cetera. We don't want them to go to Chapel Hill and they call me and won't know what's going on. So, like I said, that becomes a legal document. There are ramifications for the teams, players, coaches. They have to take a course, so we need to make sure we get the right verbiage in there, the jargon, whether it's a DQ or ejection. Ejection, of course, carries too much or more of a severe penalty. But get those reports to me, and more than likely I'll send them in for you. And because they're going to call me wanting to answer the questions. And I say, after I talk to you, I can answer all the questions. So, but once again, get those to me. A couple of things mechanic wise. If you're working the plate, guys, that dirt circle is not where you stay. That is your office when you start the game, but you have to be agile. You got to move. Nobody on base, the ball's hit. In the infield, you should move up to at least try to get to the 45-foot line. You can help out with a swipe tag or pulled foot or something like that if a coach does come out and question it. Same way if you got to cover third. So these little things we're going to go over when we get in our camp setting and our clinic section on the field. Allergies are killing me. If you have to get together to get calls right, that is fine. But sometimes, guys, you have to be you got to. I hate the terminology here, but you got to man up. If it's something around the plate, don't go to your partner and ask him for help. You get it right. You stick with it. Make the call. Know how to explain it. Know what to tell the coach. If it's a rule infraction, know what to tell him. Especially if we have collisions at the plate. Those are judgment calls. Remember when we had Macon Hammond and Z on last time, they talked about judgment, the ball and the kid and the catcher all getting there at the same time. So we got to watch a lot of things there. So make sure you get a good eyeball on that. That's your call. That's not your base guy's call or anything else. Stick with it. Same thing with batter's interference. Anything up there with that batter, that catcher, that's yours. Don't get your partner involved in it. Stick with it, whether it's right or wrong, and then we'll get it straight down the road somewhere. Also goes for your base guy. If you have a play at first or play at third, please, and this has already happened a couple of times, do not turn around and point to your partner that's working the plate and say, make the call or help me out. Make a call, whether it's right or wrong. Once again, the bases are yours unless that plate guy rotates up to third. You make the call and stick with it. Don't look at him and ask him to help you out and make a call with it. If it's any kind of wacky call, go ahead and make a call, out or safe. If you have to get together, then you can get together and talk about it and get it straight. John, will you get these questions when they pop up there? I think John Dow just put one up there.
Yeah, it says, what about when you do not know the players / coach first base name?
Well, try to get it off the lineup card. If you can't, then just give me the particulars, and I'll call the AD or the coach myself, and I'll get it. They're pretty straight up with me. They'll let me know. So they need to put them on the lineup cards. They've been asked to do that, and they've basically been told to do it by me. But sometimes they don't.
Max Prep has them sometime too.
Yeah, I don't trust Max Prep though. As far as fans, guys, I know we've had some unruly fans last couple of weeks. People have been locked up too long. They got a lot of anger. They got a lot of frustration. They got a lot of energy. Remember, use your game day administrator. If you got a fan that's giving you a problem, don't call attention to yourself or that fan between you and him or her. Just go to your game day administrator and ask them for some help and let them handle the problem. We do not need to be going outside the confines of the fence and trying to take care of somebody out there. And I know sometimes it gets unruly. Some of them just they ain't got the sense of what to say. It's kind of funny. But if they do get personal or anything like that, find the game day administrator and let him know and let them take care of it. Sometimes it'll be their fans, sometimes it's not. I have asked the ADs, anybody beyond the dugouts on the first and third base side, I've asked them to not let anybody in those areas the rest of the season. I don't know how that's going to go, but we'll have to deal with it if we do. I think that's where a majority of our problems come. They get on the other side of the dugout and they think they got free reign because they're on the other side of the fence. But if you do have an issue and the game day administrator doesn't handle it, let me know as soon as you get off the field, and I'll take care of it myself. We do have the opportunity. I sent this to you in an email. The North State League is a collegiate wooden bat league. They play at West Brunswick, and they also play they got a team in Fayetteville. If you're interested in handling that, I know we've got 2 teams in the Coastal Plain League. That is a wooden bat collegiate league in Holly Springs and in Wilmington. But there's be some other opportunities. The North State League is a very laid-back league. I'm not saying the players are that bad, but they're not as good as some D1 players. They're just average ball players. It's a higher level high school ball, what I call it sometimes. But like I said, they play doubleheaders. They play down at West Brunswick, and there's also a team in Fayetteville, which they have just told me. But I need to let them know something as soon as possible if we've got enough guys. We need at least 12 guys that are interested in handle that and make sure we got enough coverage. We're winding down. This is, the last week. So be on your P's and Q's. A lot of teams are playing for playoff spots now. Even some of the teams I never thought would be in there. Some of them were one loss. They'll be playing each other again. So just be on top of your P's and Q's. Make sure you know your rules. And if you do have a rule interpretation, make sure we get that rule interpretation right. Now, that is a good time to get with your partner and make sure you got things right. Okay? All right, we'll open it up now with any questions. Any plays anybody want to discuss?
Mike, that wooden bat league, is it just on the weekends or when?
The North State League just plays on the weekends. That is a Saturday Sunday league. It's not every Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
Hey, Mike, aren't they doing double headers out there?
Yeah, the North State League does double headers.
Are they 7 or 9 innings?
2 7s.
Okay.
That's what he told me. I'll ask him again. I'm supposed to talk to him in the morning again. But I'm pretty sure it's 2 7s.
Okay. I sent you a message.
Yeah, the Collegiate League down in Myrtle Beach, there's another collegiate league. They have also contacted me. They play only in the month of June. I'm actually, if you're down there for a few days on vacation, want to work some games, I could probably get you some. But I'm trying to get my South Carolina boys to want to go to work down there, let them work. So, but I hadn't told them yes or no about that league, because that's to me is a renegade league. So I had that league a few years ago, and somebody took it from me, and it was a blessing they took it. Any other questions?
Mike,
Yeah.
hey, this is Earl. I'm driving, so I hope I got a good connection.
Yeah, we got
All right, just FYI for you and the rest of the guys who do softball. We completed the softball season for the private schools and NCHSAA. However, this summer they got American Legion softball, and it's going to be East and West Division. And Billy Sebro down in your area, he has the East and I have the West. It's going to be 5 teams on each side, and they're going to start their league on the 1st of June. However, we got a Zoom meeting with all the rules and everything else. It's going to be on this Wednesday. So for the guys that do baseball and softball, it's not going to be for everybody if they do the Legion. But I'll make sure, because I know it's critical at this time of the season for your guys. I'll do, once I get the information from Wednesday night, I'll publish an email to those individuals, and I'll just CC you on that so you'll know who I got working, especially for the first week.
all
I
right.
think they're going to play Tuesday, Thursday, 2 5s, whatever's due, because I know it's imperative that, as what you said, the playoffs and all those things coming up, that we just kind of coordinate and make sure who's, I'll throw you out before I book those other individuals.
Guys, you guys that work both sides of softball, y'all may not know this. Errol and I work real close together, make sure we get games covered on both sides. So we don't mind you working both sides. That gives you more opportunities. So don't think you got to pick and choose here. But he and I work real close together, so don't think we at each other's throat because he does softball and I do baseball. Legion ball, baseball, I do not know anything about right now. The only teams I know of are in Wilmington, and Michael Nye out of Jacksonville handles those teams. So I really don't know anything about American Legion ball. Does anybody know about Hope Mills? Anybody heard?
Hope Mills will not be fielding a team.
Okay. And I don't think there'll be one down this way in the Whiteware area either. So,
Mike, there's a question that says anything on the pay for private school.
I've submitted all those sheets. They went in. I've got feedback today. I've actually been paid by Northwood Temple, which they paid the wrong people, if that makes sense. They sent the money somewhere else. And so they've got to write me another check. But I have submitted all that. The checks are coming to me, and once they get here, I'll put them in the mail to you, or they'll come through Truist Bank. We submit it to them. They write you a check, and they send it to you. So, but yeah, I do apologize. We just got done with all the private schools. So, but I will get it to you without interest. So, there'll be one big check you're gonna get. Anybody else? Good question there. We even went to the bank and thought about borrowing money to go ahead and pay you. Last year, some of you don't know, I paid you out of my personal account where you go ahead and get it. I couldn't do that this year. My accountant got all over me about doing that. So, all right, any other questions? Any plays, anything has happened, any mechanical things? Guys, I will challenge you. Any game, stay engaged. Stay ahead of the play. Know where your players are behind you. Anticipate the next play. If the bases are loaded or you got first and second, anticipate what they're going to do if the ball's hit to the shortstop. And know it's a forced play at the base. Just stay ahead of the play. Stay engaged. And I know sometimes it's hard. The games get out of hand. course, if you want to go to Union averages playing about 42 minutes and they quit. So if you want to go down there, I'll see you down there.
I got it done in 32 minutes.
There, see? And Jay's been.
And
Well,
that is,
Jay and them went about 2.5 innings, I believe, and they quit.
I went 2/3 of an inning.
Yeah, so nothing against Union. They're struggling this year, so a lot of them are. But got good positive reports. We're doing good. We're making some headway. Coaches are pleased what we got. We've had a few hiccups here and there, but we'll get them worked out. A lot of you guys are working. Some of you thought you would never be working varsity ball, but you have, and you stepped up to the challenge. That's pretty good, and it's been a learning experience for all of us. So seeing some better ball, and that's the way everybody's a umpire, whether it's JV, middle school, or varsity. Everybody's an umpire. So, anything else? All right, I'll send out a. Next one we have, when's our next meeting? Do I remember? June 13th, is that right?
I think say sometime in June.
7th, June 7th.
The 7th? Okay. That's a Sunday, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that's a Monday, isn't it?
That's a Monday.
Yeah, 7th, 13th on a Sunday. Yeah.
Okay. I got it wrote down there somewhere. So we'll get together again for at the end of the season. We'll finish up strong, and then we'll get the playoffs started, and we'll go from there. I really don't know anything about conference tournaments right now. Most of them is trying to get through the season. So, but you guys that have stepped up to the plate and the spur of the moment got somewhere for me, I do appreciate it. We had a Saturday game put together about 10 o'clock on a Friday night, and 2 guys jumped on it for me. I do appreciate that. Even had Jeremy standing by, and I do appreciate that. Make sure we got coverage. Okay. Anything else? All right, guys.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah, man.
Question I need to ask you. This is Reggie Jones.
Hey, Reg.
Look here. When you sign a game, when Ernie Fisher sign a game, what do we do in a case like that if both of you sign a game at the same time?
Ernie knows that ours take precedence. Just call Ernie and tell him that you got a game for us. If Matthew Tisdale's on here, he's been late for a couple of Ernie's games because he was working ours first.
Because a lot of times he'll put his assignment on there, and like this week, he had me down for Monday, which I didn't accept them.
Right.
I declined it because I had some personal problems. But the thing is, once he assign a game, can you still sign a game over him?
Yeah, I've found a way with arbiter now. I can go to potential umpires or potential bodies, and I can see where you are, and I can override it.
Okay.
Yeah, when you do accept his game, it does. If I used a regular assigning play, it says you're not available. So yeah, I've gone in there now, and Ernie's trying to keep you close. If just for example,
I know he is, but like I'm saying, a lot of times he might sign a staff member a game, and then when you see it, you won't be able to give them a game.
Right. Well, that's why I started going to potential umpires now, so I can see everybody's block. I can see where you're going. So yeah, I can override it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for answering that question.
No problem. Thank you. And guys, you see, I'm making assignments on Wednesday. They're usually a week in advance, so I'm getting those out there. This Wednesday, I'll finish out the season. I kind of know the matchups that are going to be very tight ball games, and I'll try to put people where they need to be and where they're comfortable in being. There's going to be a little bit of travel involved. I think the gas situation is a little bit better than it was. You can find gas. See? And there's 2 gallons in the back of my truck. Don't nobody steal my gas can. I keep it in. But I appreciate everything you do. We're doing a good job. Coaches are happy, and like I said, we've had a few hiccups and we've had some complaints, but I've dealt with them. I've had one coach call me and I had to sit him down real quick, but it happens. And And he apologized for calling me because he knows my rules about talking to coaches right after a ball game. So, all right, anything else? All right, guys, I appreciate it.
Mike,
Yeah.
Mike,
Yeah, man.
hey, I don't think I heard anybody mention it or not, but Neil sent us out an email this morning about Art Lawrence passing away.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, just ask everybody, if you would, just remember Art's family in your prayers. I'm sure they would desire for their prayers.
Okay.
Nee's email actually said he passed away Friday from COVID in the hospital. So just remember that family when you pray, because Art was out of our brotherhood. So just remember that family.
Gotcha. Let me go ahead. Wednesday, if you call me on Wednesday, if you got a game Wednesday and something happens, I will be incapacitated from about 8 to 12 Wednesday morning. So you won't be able, I will not be able to have access to a phone. I may give it to my wife. She'll be able to answer the phone, and she knows how to get on Arbiter. So if you do call, you're probably going to talk to her Wednesday morning from 8 to 12. Nothing major. Just, you be out in the sun long enough that it plays with you and gets on you. So I got a couple of spots I got to go in and get off on Wednesday morning. So it said it'd take about 3 hours. So, but everything's good. Everything cool. Like I said, keep Michael Curry in your thoughts and prayers. He and I laugh a lot when we talk because it's all we can do. And Alan, I know your knees are getting better. Be glad to have you back. Anybody else with any health issues, like Aaron just said, we need to keep each and every one of us in our prayers. Because, guys, it's hard out here right now. It's a hard world we're living in. And this, like he just said, this is a brotherhood. We're all in it together. Don't matter what sport you do. You're official. We're all in this brotherhood and this family together. We pull for each other and pick everybody up. Yeah, we pick on each other once in a while, but we're there for each other when we have to be. Okay. Anybody else? All right. Appreciate you. See you next time.
91029 is the only one I'll